Man, this is why I haven't done live in a while because not that I'm not used to it, but everything that I used to do is different. Um, welcome to sort of a test show. This is the first of Little Did We Know. So, welcome. You'd think it was a Monday. As I was saying when I was muted, it didn't unmute me. Everything is supposed to be automated on here, so I don't know what's going on. Unusually crazy, but welcome to Little Did We Know. This is going to be like a test trial. This is something new, and this actually might lead into a different live program. I don't know. It's a potential. So just to let you all know, and but let me get my notes here. I'm not a scripted person, of course, but welcome, greetings, everyone. Um, First, briefly, we'll cover up. We'll do some cover ups. We'll briefly cover some upcoming episodes or a upcoming episode for this week, and then we'll jump into some fascinating, strange historical um, facts that are stranger than fiction. And here's well, we'll potentially take calls if you'd like to call in to the number that will be scrolling down at the bottom of your screen. It's not now, but eventually. So anyway, just to give you a heads up, this week, don't forget to check us out on any of those over there networks. If you're listening every Saturday night at 8 o'clock or shortly after, we're on a YouTube channel, the premiere live broadcast this week, this Saturday at 8 p.m. Ex-combat military veteran Donald Dunn will be with us to discuss his journey with PTSD and how he battled through it and how he's helping people. That is cool. And what he is doing now is unbelievable. And let me see if I can. Hey, Katish, how you doing? How you doing? Yes, I was a little late today, but I do appreciate it. Thank you for chiming in. And so we have so many episodes out there. So if you haven't, go check out. Um, yeah, go to our website at consciousradionetwork.com where you will find everything conscious, paranormal, metaphysical, and sometimes conspiratorial. And for that, you can check out our Patreon at Patreon_truth. Those will also be eventually in the show notes. We are also potentially be posting these videos as well on our community tab on our YouTube channel for those who want to go check past segments out. Or this is solely on our Facebook page. So let me jump right on in here. Little did we know, little did you know, did you know this? That the most recent toilet paper shortage, was not very long ago at all. Um, but in 1973, a rumor had spread where there would be a shortage of toilet paper in the United States due to a paper mill strike. Is that true? Don't know. As a result, people rushed to stock up on toilet paper, causing a nationwide shortage. Supermarkets and stores quickly ran out of supplies, and some other people resorted to using newspaper and other alternatives. Eee, I would hate to see what those other alternatives were. So, the shortage turned out to be the result of panic buying rather than a actual shortage. Mm, that has happened recently before. So let's go back. Let's go back in time. 1973. That year was riddled in numerous shortages. Though it wasn't uncommon. At the beginning months, the stock market had crashed, losing over 45% of its value, one of the worst declines in history. In October, an Arab oil embargo sparked an ongoing crisis that saw gas rise to from $3 to $12 a barrel. Man, wish I lived back then. or wish we had the same prices. Quietly, the United States spiraled into a period of economic stagnation hadn't seen since the Great Depression. Gasoline, electricity, and even onions were heavily reported as goods and services that were in limited supply. No, not the onions. Like most scares, the toilet paper fiasco all started with an unsubstantiated rumor. In November, several news agencies reported a tissue shortage in Japan. Mm. Initially, the release the release went unnoticed, and nobody seemed to put much stock in it until Harold V. Froelich. Froelich, a 41-year-old Republican congressman, presided over a heavily forested district in Wisconsin and had recently been receiving complaints from constituents about a reduced stream of pulp paper. On November 16th, he released his own press statement. Wires services, radio hosts, and international correspondents all sensationalized the story. Words like may, potentially, were lost in translation. As always, we understand that, right? Anywho. And the shortage was reported as a doomed truth. And they didn't have social media. Yeah, they didn't have social media back then. Interesting. It was all the press. It was all the press's fault. The ground had been set for a consumer panic. All it needed was a spark to ignite it. Guess who sparked it? Guess. Just guess. The one and the only. That was a hint. Johnny Carson cracked a joke about toilet paper on his television talk show. Things got serious. You know, we've got all sorts of shortages these days, he told 20 million plus viewers. But have you heard this latest? I'm not kidding. I saw it in the papers. There's a shortage of toilet paper. Absolute madness. You can imagine what happened after that show. And that was fairly late in the evening, so I don't even know if grocery stores were even open that late. In the aftermath, Johnny Carson received the brunt of the blame propagating the shortage myth and issued a rather serious apology on his comedy talk show. Quote, I don't want to be remembered as the man who created a false toilet paper scare. Well, he did. But anywho. So, I don't know. What do you think? Anyway, we don't necessarily have to take calls today, but as we move forward on a weekly basis, if you want to call in and chime in and uh, give your 2 cents, 3 cents, 5 cents, however much you have, and a little bit of moments of grandeur, chime in, um, and we'll you know take your call and see what you have to say. And also, if you have any other um, ideas for little did you know, some very strange historical fact, just let us know. Definitely let us know. But like I said, this show is going to be about 20 20 to 30 minutes. So you don't only have to call, but you can chime in. Yeah, what do you go? Comment, especially comments in the live. Yeah, okay. I guess Katish is still with us. There's a couple people said they were going to be chiming in. Um, but let me go back up to my notes. So for those who are not familiar with Conscious Radio Network, like I said at the beginning of the show, you can go to consciousradionetwork.com, that website down there. That is everything. Everything you can find all of our outlets, all of our audio podcasting platforms, or outlets to where you can listen to us. Libsyn, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, Odyssey, TuneIn Radio, Player FM, Boomcast, Ghana. There's a few other ones in India that you can, also listen to, and there's a bunch of other places that I was told that you can listen to the show, but I'm not quite sure where they are and how to get to them because some of them are, I guess, they're blocked or something like that in the West. I don't know. The West and East shall not see each other. Um, so go do that. We're also obviously on the YouTube channel. We also have a Rumble channel. Most of the stuff on the Rumble channel is uh, pretty much the same thing. It's a mirror image, but also our Patreon page or Patreon account. Like I said, Patreon underscore truth is where all of our conspiracy stuff is. The really, 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 really crazy stuff. Some of the stuff that you'd probably get kicked off of YouTube or Facebook for. So I guess because there's uh, crazy fact checkers out there. So we try to keep the facts, stuff that's unreported by those others. But so Katish says, I don't remember back that far, but when I was a kid, the supermarkets were only open 9 to 6 p.m. That is correct. That is correct. Here in the States, I remember they closed quite early. And especially they may have stayed open a little bit on the weekends. I'm not quite. I don't even remember back that far. And but I do remember. I do remember. This might age me. This might date me quite a bit, but I do remember a candy store when I was living up in the Poconos. It was called. I don't remember what it was called, but it was a penny candy store. You could buy candy for a penny. Yes. That's how old I am. Don't look it. Good genes, and they're not Wrangler or Levi's. Bada boom. Um, so, dun, 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 let's see. Yeah, most people had a single car. Yeah, it was single car families, and oh yeah. Also, don't forget to take. She said We had to go get toilet paper before you had to take the car for the day to go to work. But sometimes drives, you had to bring your own toilet paper with you. And those were also the days when they actually had phone booths. So I tell you what, if you had to make a phone call, you had to look for a phone booth. I remember those days. Um, but there you go. Yep. I think do these get? I know some of the comments usually get posted. I think. Oh, yes. Let me bring it up. I got to do it. That's an old one. Anyway, let me bring this one up. There we go. So I gotta moderate these things too. Man, I need a producer. Um yeah. Maybe a co-host. How about that? Um let's see, show. There we go. Boom. So when somebody else is talking, I can I can I can bring up the live comments and so forth. But yes, we used to buy little paper bags of lollies for 10 cents. Man, yes. 10 cents. Yeah, that's when candy was very inexpensive. Now you can't buy a Snickers bar for ooh, almost I think it was like I think right now a big Snick like, well, the big Snickers about, like, $3, but a regular size Snickers is, at least a couple bucks. That's ridiculous. And now, um, we got wholesale, was it, there's some wholesale clubs around here to buy stuff in bulk, especially if you're like a vending company, and a box of Snickers, I forget how many is in there. There's a lot. I think it's like 40 bucks. 45 no, 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 no. I think it's like between 45 and 50 bucks for a box of Snickers. That is ridiculous. Times have surely changed. I remember 79, 76, 76, 79 cents a gallon gasoline, the regular unleaded. Yes, that's how old I am. So again, this show is kind of a test. I like to do new things. I like to test new things. Obviously, something weird started off when I went to broadcast today, which is why we're about 5 to 6 minutes late. It just sat there thinking. Software was thinking if it was going to publish, and then I ended it and started a new one. So this launched. So my brain always thinks a can of Coke is 50 cents, and I got shocked when I see a price of a can, which is always more expensive than a 2 liter. I don't drink, but my kids love it. Yeah, yeah. I don't drink soda very much anymore. If I drink a can of soda, it is because I don't have a candy bar. But I don't eat candy bars that often. So occasionally, it's like I get a sweet tooth. Like, man, I need to. If I don't have any fruit, I'll grab a can of soda. But I don't have any soda in the house whatsoever. Normally, do not. I do have a seltzer water, and it's flavored with natural fruit juice, and it's good. I think it's called Waterloo. Um, And, no, I'm not sponsoring them, but hey, if they want me to, they can pay me. It's good. It's really good. One of my, um, physical trainers, told me about it. Really good if you wanna lose weight, tone up, and get going. Good treat. But yeah, I'm going around in circles here. So, this show might potentially be a, precursor, a harbinger of another show, another program eventually. Um, and she's actually on right now. She is in the chat right now, and presented the idea of possibly doing a live show that we can do readings, uh, do psychic or mediumship readings to those that either call in or chime into the show and you know just consult people and hang out, talk, chat, maybe bring in a particular subject and maybe a possibly a guest every now and then that would also like to offer up some readings to our listeners and viewers. So but gonna have a meeting about that, sit down, chat about it, and see what happens. And obviously, got a lot of. I like to do the graphics and stuff like that. So um, take a little time to get things together, get the whole platform rolling, and see how we want to launch it. Maybe something we can launch in the beginning of the year. So hold on, I got to cough a little bit. Thank God for the buttons. Yes. Um, see, where's my media here? Yeah. So, toilet paper shortages are not fun. Not fun. I remember a lot of people. Did they have toilet paper shortages in other countries, or was it just here in the United States? Because I swear to God, here in the United States, it was crazy. I had friends calling. I had people online going, "Who has some extra toilet paper?" It, man, I tell you what, happening twice in recorded history tells you that shit happens more than once. So, um, interestingly enough, yeah. Um, yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, the Toilet paper shortage of 1973. Obviously, I don't remember that because, that was just before I was born. So, um, but I having to live through one just a few years ago. What are your experiences? What are everybody else's experiences? Chime in, leave a comment later on if you missed the show. Leave a comment in a comment section. Let us know how you survived the most recent toilet paper shortage. And if you were here and you remember the toilet paper shortage of 1973, definitely leave a comment. Tell us about it. Maybe the next time we're on next week, call in and let us know. And for those who, where is it? Yeah, so for those who do want to call in, um, 386 That's our business line. Um, Patch us through the board and let us know how you how you had to deal with the lack of paper. Did you use toilet paper or not toilet paper? Newspaper. I remember my great grandparents telling me, and I heard it from my mom and other people and stuff like that. That back in the day when they had the Sears catalog would be published every quarter, I think it was. I don't think it was monthly. It was like every 3 months, the Sears catalog would be published, and that sucker was thick. For those who remember a phone book, I'm not sure how many millennials will remember a phone book, but they made the phone book so thick, they used the Sears catalog. They may have used the phone book too, but the Sears catalog has been around for a very, 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 very long time, and you walk out to the outhouse out in the back part, backyard somewhere, and there would be a Sears catalog in the outhouse, and you just rip pages off of that and go at it. So, that's how it was done. Didn't have to worry about toilet paper. So, um, there's other countries that do it differently. So, some countries don't have to worry about toilet paper, and that will open up, your imagination. So, you can definitely imagine. But, anywho, it's been 25 minutes, and we're getting to the end of the broadcast. Thanks again, everybody, for any of those who chimed in, and thank you, Katish, if you're still with us. Thank you for chiming in, and thank you for giving a little bit of background and your experience. Yeah, I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. And for those who missed this, again, chime in, leave a comment, like. Um, like I said, I'm gonna try to do this weekly at 5 o'clock every Tuesday, Eastern time, United States. And eventually, like I said, this might evolve into something else. I just wanted to see how it's working. But for those, again, who wanna watch our regular programming, every Saturday night at 8 o'clock, the Seance podcast on the YouTube channel, the Rumble channel, um, Libsyn, Apple, iHeart, Spotify, Amazon, Odyssey, TuneIn, and there's many more out there. Player FM. Go to our YouTube channel, check it out at Conscious Radio Network. And until then, look for everything at www.consciousradionetwork.com. And until then, thank you very much. We will see you next week.